Hello, I'm John Rutsala, the administrator of the Foreign Mission, and I'm here today to talk to you about India. As you can see, I'm wearing the traditional Indian pastor's shirt with the traditional garland. You could expect to receive a garland like this many, many times if you decide to come with us on a trip to India one day. The Foreign Mission has been working in India since the 1990s, during which time we've taken numerous trips to the country. So I'd just like to fill you in on what a typical trip to India might look like. It begins with a long journey up to 17-hour flights across 10 different time zones. And immediately we begin with pastors training. We train their pastors so they can be teaching and preaching in the field while we're not there. Lots and lots of services, oftentimes with large crowds in attendance. There's orphans to visit. There's lepers to visit. There's walks through the villages where we can pray for people. We can visit with people in their homes. There's visits to the Albert Helms Mission Hospital, where many people, over 1 million people, have been assisted with their health over the years. The country of India is so different. You will notice while you're in India that there's many drastic extremes. Anything from so much pagan religion to Christianity. From people wearing beautiful clothing to the abject poverty that you see all around you. From the green, beautiful rice fields with palm trees in them to the trashy roadsides. And on the contrasts go. The culture shock is very intense when you go to India, so be prepared and do a lot of study before you take a trip to this particular country. I'm so attracted to India now, and I keep going back and forth, in part because now I have dear Christian friends there. I love the people of India, and it's great to go back. It's almost like a second home. Also, there's huge masses of people, many of them which are unbelievers or pagan worshippers, idol worshippers, that they need to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. So I'd just like to share one story with you. This happened in January of 2011. It took place in an evening service. We get to the service and it's 9 o'clock at night or something. The chairs are about half to 3/4 full only. We were all feeling tired and worn out, and we get there and they asked us to sing a song. We get up, kind of bomb the song. And then next to us there was a competing service, kind of drowning our service totally out. Then the power went out for us, so we sat there in a pitch black. And before the power went out, I passed a note to the rest of our team saying, I have to get up first to speak, and I feel like I don't have anything to say to the people. So please pray. And we sat there in the dark and we prayed. And one of the team members even first chastised the devil and said, is that all you can conjure up? You try to throw everything at us. Is that all you have? And then she and the others prayed in unison to the Lord. Suddenly, the lights came on. The chairs were full. The competition's PA fell silent. Everything had been changed. I felt inspired. I felt uplifted. The Lord had fixed it all. Not only in these outward things, but He also took care of other situations that night. For instance, there was a lady that was possessed, filled with devils, that was there in the audience. And a pastor went over, laid hands on her and blessed her. And she was released. Also, in another part of the village, there was a lady who had been denying the church there that needed land for expansion. A little bit of her land for 30 years. She was a Hindu woman, but when she heard the word proclaimed, she agreed to allow her land to be used by this church. This is the power of God. When we feel totally undone, when we feel we have nothing left to offer on our own, God's able to take over the situation. This type of power of God is seen often in India. So I would just like to encourage you to come, be with us, and partake in the Lord's mission there in India or wherever we go. So we ask your prayers and blessings, and we hope to see you in India in the future. And I will close with the Indian greeting, One and All.